guys, it's Erin or Gimme Yarn 418, and I have a hair in my mouth. It is Sunday, October 25th, and this is TGIF, or Thank God It's Finished. If you hear squeaking, that's Dewey. He's very excited to have come up for the video today. I'm going to insert a little picture here. Yesterday when I ran up to record the video real quick, he apparently was down at the bottom of the steps. Very upset when you heard that barking in my video. That was him saying, "Why am I down here? You're up there." So I'm going to put a picture of that here.
Poor Dewey. Here, Dewey, is Mama Erin making a video? She won't let you up there. You're the star, aren't you? I know, it's just not right, buddy.
I have done less knitting than I typically do in a day. It's been insane. But I do have a few things to show you. So I think I may have already shown you these, but these are out of Socksations yarn. They're socks for Kristen. And like I said, I'm pretty sure I already showed you these. I'm sorry for the darkness today. It is a really dreary day outside, but I wanted to get this done. And this is just a plain vanilla sock. The next thing I knit is a free pattern from Cascade. It's called the Neon Hat. I knit it out of Vanna's Choice in the, I don't know what it was called, purple multi or something. It's for my niece. I'm not sure if it's going to fit. It's a very heavily, oh, you can't even see it. It's gorgeous. It's a heavily cabled hat. And it's kind of it goes on like this. It doesn't fit me, obviously. But I thought it was really cute, and my sister wanted a hat that would cover her ears and had the ties. So I decided to try something different. So I see her in a few weeks, and we'll see if that fits. The last thing I finished was from a skein that I purchased at Rhinebeck. It's out of Socks That Rock Lightweight in the Forget-Me-Nots colorway. The pattern is Star Shower, the Star Shower, tongue twister, Star Shower Cowl. It's still slightly damp. It has this beautiful lattice. And it's an interesting construction. It starts out flat. And I'm going to put it on. It's not for me. It's for my sister. You can wear it so like part of it is over the side or whatnot. But my sister will probably just wear it this way. Don't mind my tails. I don't cut them off until I'm done blocking. But I'm really happy with how it came out. And I used almost all of the skein. I was a little afraid as I went along that it wasn't going to fit. It was going to be too small. But my gauge was spot on. I never check gauge until it's too late. To be completely honest, I checked gauge when I was done with the 5th repeat, and my gauge was perfect. So I had nothing to worry about. But like I said, it starts out knitted flat and it has this really pretty lattice. And it's really easy to accomplish. It's just a 4-row repeat, and I love the effect it makes. So I'm playing with Dewey at the same time. I'm going to take this off because I need to lay this back down because it is still just a touch damp. Oh, I did finish one other thing. When Terry was here, we went to King Arthur Flour in Norwich, Vermont, and we bought some tea towels to make some bags, and Terry made one and I made one. And here we bought the same, we have the same towel. I have a thread on mine. Here it is. It's all a bunch of woodland creatures, and I added just a little teeny tiny hedgehog to the zipper, and the lining, Terry picked the lining, some green polka dots just that I had in my stash. And I'm going to, and I think Terry said he was going to too, when I knit my loop shawl from the Miss Babs, I'm going to do it in this bag. So that's all my FOs. And whips, I only have 2. I have one for Kristen. Hi. She picked her knitting back up and started working on Dewey's sweater again. It's called Dog Sweater. Very original. It's from Red Heart Yarn. It's a free pattern. I've changed it a little bit, but Kristen likes to knit on straight needles. Is she in the middle of a row? Yeah, she's in the middle of a row, so I don't know if I can show you this. What the heck did she do? Anyway, I don't know where she is in her knitting. I'm sure she does. But she has separated for the sleeves and has some sleeve holes and then rejoined. She thinks this is going to be done in 2017. I think it's going to be done shortly because she really doesn't have that much longer to go on the body. She's just working on the tail end of it now, and then she'll pick up and knit the ribbing and seam it together. So, yes, Dewey. Yes! But she seems to be really enjoying it again. I think it's easier now that it's cold. I know a lot of non-knitters can't imagine knitting when it's warm. And that she also likes to be doing all the outdoor stuff when it's warm. So she, knitting wouldn't be the first thing. To me, knitting is a warm weather activity. You just do it outside. And what I'm working on, I'm still monogamous, is a pair of socks. They are out of Felici Marsh. This is old stash, and those colors are not what it looks like. It's blues, greens, and browns. I have one finished, plain vanilla sock with fish lips kiss heel. And I have this much of the second one done, and I need to finish this by Tuesday. So I'm going to be knitting all day today and all day tomorrow to finish this, because Kristen has to bring them somewhere on Tuesday. But I think I'll get it done. It's a size 9 women's, so, and I'm knitting it on a 1, not a 1.5. And up next, I have to make some Bernice Mountain Dog hats for some orders, and I'm going to make one for my niece because she loves Molly. I'm going to make a roasted turkey hat, which I hope to be able to show you. I need to make another one of those chunky bear cowls. I think it's called the Burton Bear. And monsters. I have a lot of monsters planned. But I do have some more new things. The first thing was when we went to Webb's, I got these Knitter's... I cannot speak today. Knitter's Pride knit blockers. These are amazing. They had them at my yarn shop, but they only got a very few, and then they didn't get them back in. So they look like this, and I used them on that cowl, and they are friggin' amazing. I'm going to be putting this on my wish list for Christmas to get another set, maybe 2, depending. I also need to get another set of blocking mats because it just doesn't make a big enough surface. Come here. You want to get in the video? Come here. And Dewey says, hello, folks. I also have some other new yarns that I haven't showed you. Again, from Webb's. This is just some Encore. This is acrylic and wool blend. This is the color I use to make the cheeks of the Bernice Mountain Dog, and it's the only place I can get it. A yarn fairy brought some West Yorkshire spinners. I think this is the entire line. The only one not here is pheasant because I already had knit some socks out of that. But this is the DK, and this is color 27. And this is DK in 30. And this is DK in 70. And then in the fingering, Dewey, quiet down, buddy. Quiet down. This is 88, some reds and blacks and grays. I'm going to have to look up what birds they are. This is 163. And 129. Kristen's already laid claim to a lot of these for herself. 158. And give me that. Give me that. And 160. And when I left the airport on Wednesday, I hit major traffic. There was no traffic on the way down. There was no traffic on the other side of the highway on the way down. But when I got back to Springfield, Massachusetts, it was a parking lot. And I took a deep breath because I'm not used to traffic anymore because there is not traffic in Vermont. Traffic just doesn't exist. I grew up where there was tons of traffic, so it shouldn't even faze me. Pardon me. I'm just trying to keep him from barking. So it was a parking lot, and I was stuck on 91 for a good hour, just parked. And I had to get off to eat something and get some coffee, use the restroom. So I ended up pulling into the mall in Holyoke. I think it's the Ingleside Mall, and they have an AC Moore and a Hobby Lobby there. And I grabbed something to eat, and then I ran into AC Moore. I didn't see anything I wanted, and then I ran into Hobby Lobby because I need to knit a girlfriend for my button monster because he is at capacity. There's no more room for him to hold a single button more. There might be room on his legs, maybe for one or two more. But he's knit with a chunkier yarn, and I wanted to get a chunkier yarn for his girlfriend. She's going to be the same but different. So I picked up this at Hobby Lobby. It's Yarn Bee First Love, and the color is Too Cute. And it's pink, gray, and black, and I'm assuming it's going to stripe because the picture of something knit from it stripes. Now this is 100% acrylic, I believe. I shouldn't tell you that until I check. No, it's 100% polyester, even better. But it's bulky and it's going to have buttons on it, and I don't want to use anything too nice because I'm cheap. And it's just I'm not going to be wearing it. It doesn't need to keep me warm. It just needs to hold buttons. So I really liked it. It's really soft. I'm interested to see how this bumpy plying will knit up, but I think it'll be fine. So I got 3 of those. I probably only need 2, but I knew if I bought 2, because I needed just under 300 yards, and 2 skeins is 186 yards, 286 yards, and I needed like 295 yards based on my last one, and I knew if I bought 2, I would have needed 3, so I bought 3, and I can do something with the third if I need to, or with the majority of the third. And then this past weekend, the sheep farm had their sale, and I went bright and early in the morning to bring my mother-in-law because she needed to pick up some yarn for a gift, and I wasn't going to buy anything. And then I saw something, and I came home, and I told Kristen about it. And they were cones of sport weight yarn, over 1,600 yards, and they were marked as $5.25 a cone. 100% wool, beautiful, used them for sweaters in the past. And Kristen said, well, we need to go back and we need to buy them all. And I said, no. And then I decided I was going to go back and I was going to buy a couple. I was going to buy one for our niece for Christmas because there's a sweater she wants to knit and it would be perfect. And I was going to buy 2 or 3 for myself. So we went back, we loaded up the car, we took Dewey, we got gas, and we went to the farm, picked out 4, and got to pay, and they said, that'll be $88, and I was like, wait a minute, it says that they're $5.25, and they're like, oh, no, that's the skeins, it was mismarked, so, totally deflated, but understanding that it was an honest error, I went and I said, I'm not going to get any, and I put 2 back, and then 2 of them I just couldn't part with. One was a color I picked out for myself, which is this, which is not showing up. It's a really rich tealy blue green. It's more of a tealy green, actually. And the color is Lovat, L-O-V-A-T, and there is, let me do the math, there's 430 yards times 4. 1,720 yards on here, so it's enough to make a sweater, and I'm going to make the Charleston tee with this. And then Kristen picked out this one, which is very similar to that one, just with navy with the green undertones, which again, you can't see it, but it's also 1,720 yards. And the color for this one is called Scotia, like Nova Scotia, spelled the same way. And I think I'm going to also make Kristen the Charleston tee out of this because it should be plenty of yardage. So now I am officially not buying any yarn. There were a few yarns that I looked for at Rhinebeck that I couldn't find that I have added to my Christmas wish list. And if I get them, great. And if I don't, no big deal. And then I also found, well, I didn't find, Terry found at Webb's this Madeline Tosh color Dachshund. And, sorry, there was something on my screen. And it was this beautiful, rich tones of brown with purple in it. This really gorgeous purple. Not colors I would ever be drawn to, but it was just so beautiful. And I couldn't think of anything to make with it when I was there sitting in the store. So I'm going to do some more research about what weight and color, weight really, what base of Madeline Tosh I would like, and I will add that to my wish list too for Santa Claus. And maybe Santa will grant that wish. If not, I will get it eventually. Maybe I might grow out of love with it and not need it. So another thing, you guys can see this enormous zit on my face, and I apologize for that. That's just the way I am. So the last thing I wanted to touch base with you about is Secret Santa. I think I have everybody's address. They have until tomorrow to get it to me. And then I'm going to do the matchups. So look for mid to late this week. By the 1st for sure, which is when I said I would get it to you. But mid to late this week, check your Ravelry mailboxes for your Santa assignments. And I will get more into that later. I have to refresh my memory about the deadlines and everything. But I'm so looking forward to that. I can't wait to see who I get so that I can start planning in my head what I am going to make for them. Kristen has already been asking me just about every day, who do I have? Who do I have? Who do I have? Because she wants to get started on some really neat gifts for them. So that's all we have, and yeah, so we're gonna say goodbye. Say goodbye, Dewey. Goodbye. So, oh, this is a funny story. Claire was watching my video, and her husband asked who she was watching, and she said, oh, I'm watching Erin. And he said, who's Erin? And she said, oh, Dewey's mother. And he said, why didn't you just say that in the first place? So Dewey is the real star of the show. So until next time, you gotta look at the camera. Thanks for watching.